Welcome to the Missouri Freedom Initiative. Today is Sunday, April 17th, 2022. Happy Easter, gang. He is risen. Okay, gang, brass tacks time. I'm going to go as quick as I can here, but I have some information I want to convey about what you can do to try and get some bills finalized here in the House so we can take them to the Senate during this legislative season. So these are not in order of importance. These are in numerical order, the way I always present them. And a call to action is very simple. We need to email Dean Plocker, the floor leader of the House of Representatives, and email your representative and let them know, that you want these bills passed. They're a high priority for you. Now, it just so happens that these three bills we have carried, the water for, as much as we can with the Freedom Initiative from day one. And these three are in the, they actually have a path to actually completion. Now, the deal is we're running out of time rapidly. And I do mean rapidly running out of time. So it has to do with whether or not it gets passed in the House and then how much time it takes to get something done in the Senate. And we're coming up on 3 weeks now, 3 weeks left basically till the end of the session. That's why time is of the essence for emails and phone calls. So let's start with HB 1992. This is, Mary Elizabeth Coleman's bill. This has to do with the repeal of grocery store sales tax for food items in the grocery store. This one is on the formal perfection calendar. It's number 5 on the list. There is a possibility this will be heard on Tuesday or Wednesday. So we definitely need to support this bill, and we need to do it now, like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I mean, literally, we need to make our phone calls and our emails to Dean Plocker and our representative. We want this bill. We want it heard. We want it on the floor. We want it perfected. We want it passed. We want it sent it to the Senate. Okay, so second bill is HB 2009. Now, for those of you on our email list, you guys got a heads up on what happened last week in the House. Those of you not on the email list, I'll include it here in this video. This is Susie Pollack's bill. This is Parents' Choice for Vaccination, conscientious religious objection to vaccinations that are considered mandatory for school children in the public schools, in schools. And so what it does is it allows parents to make the choice. And it's a very simple, basic concept. So this one here has received very special treatment from Dean Plocker and Rudy Veit on the House floor. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail here because Ron did a better job than I ever could explaining what happened here. But basically, between the two of them, they conspired to confuse the Republican caucus and introduce amendments to the bill that basically neutered Susie Pollack's bill, HB 2009. That's precisely what happened. So the AAP, the American Academy of Pediatrics, is a leftist organization that supports the following stuff. And by the way, I'll get to why I'm saying this in a second. Gun control. They love gun control. They push it every time they can. Advocating for adolescents' right to an abortion without parental consent or even, informing them. They promote the transgender agenda, particularly with kids. Eliminating parents' rights for religious exemptions to mandated vaccines. That's what we're dealing with Susie Pollack's bill. And I'll get to why I'm saying this in a second. They want everyone from 5 years old up to get the COVID-19 vaccination, and they're pushing for universal masking in the school districts across the United States. Okay, so why does it matter? Well, because basically they're clearly controlling Dean Plocker. Dean Plocker doesn't care what you and I want. He cares what his contributors want. And so that's why he does what he does. He's never, to my knowledge, never introduced legislation that was horrible. What he does is he stops legislation that is against the interest of the special interests that contribute to his campaigns. So that's what he does. And everyone knows what he does. The Republican caucus knows it. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. So we don't even need to go any further than that. But we'll have to email Dean Plocker, and we'll call him, and we don't need to be nasty. Everybody knows what he is and who he is. Okay, Ron also put out a video. Great video. First 5 minutes is narrative explaining the situation. The last 15 minutes of it is actually the proceedings on the House floor where you can see the betrayal take place. So it's a little bit complicated, but Rudy Veit basically, no, I'm not going to explain it. It has to do with another bill that was amended to Susie's bill, and then Rudy Veit's amendment to that bill, and how they completely tore apart Susie Pollock's bill. 2009, which is the most popular bill of the year. Remember now, the Second Amendment Preservation Act was the most popular bill last year. This year, the most popular bill is Susie Pollock's bill, HB 2009. The people want it. Dean Plocher doesn't. And so he had to introduce, some way of slowing it down, stymieing it, preventing it from getting through. That's what Ron's video is all about. And icing on the cake is Dean Plocher's donators, people who donate to him and his campaigns. And if you look at the top 10 industries, you have lawyers and lobbyists, health professionals, other single issue groups. But basically what it doesn't say is law enforcement, because they're buried in lobbyists and other issues in single groups. So now the next bill is relevant. This is why I'm talking about this right now. Next bill, second most popular bill, HB 2118. Now that's the repeat. No, actually, that's not repeal. I'm sorry. That is the enhancement to the Stand Your Ground Act here in the state of Missouri. Well, he has done everything he could to keep this from going anywhere. But once again, financial donors that he has and law enforcement do not want this bill, and they're getting their money from the federal government. So that's the federal government coming in and influencing this man right here, Dean Plocher. So Dean Plocher right here is actually answering, whether he knows it or not, he's answering to what the federal government wants. So we need to press forward. We need to push forward with phone calls and emails to get these three bills through. So 2118, we just talked about that. So emails, phone calls on 1992, HB 1992, which is the repeal of sales tax, 2009, which is parents' choice for vaccination, and 2118. And by the way, these were the three most popular bills this year. They got the most phone calls, the most visits, the most emails. And so we need to push forward, and we need to do it quickly because we're running out of time. Okay, as always, roster will be listed right down below in the description section along with everything else. Don't forget Rally Day. That's Tuesday, April 26th, and that's Missouri Carry. We do this once a year. It's a great time to go and meet people that you work with online, basically to make Missouri the freest state. And believe me, the gun folks have done a good job. They really have, basically to really honor the right to bear arms in the state of Missouri. We have more freedom here than any other state in the union. But it's also a really good time to let your representatives and senators get to see your face, because they want to see your face. And believe me, they want to hear your opinions on everything. So that's their job. And so it's a good time to go and meet and greet with them and tell them what you want. And by that time, we'll have other business in the Senate that we need to deal with. So it'll be a good time to talk to your senator. Okay, if you're not on our email list, just go to our website, mofree.org. Hey, new domain, gang, mofree.org. It's shorter. And so at any rate, just go to our website, scroll down, name and email. That's all you need to do. And then you get on the email list. We're starting to use it a lot more, gang, and believe me, it's going to be heavily used come this summer during campaign season. We got a lot of stuff we got to accomplish this summer with surveys and with campaigns. And so that email is going to become very important to us. Okay, I think I pretty much covered everything. Please remember to look at Ron's video on Rumble so you can better understand what Dean Plocher did to stop Susie Pollock's bill. And Casey Rich has already told you a story about how Dean Plocher is stopping HB 2118, which is the Stand Your Ground Enhancement Act. So apparently, when it really comes down to is Dean Plocher is doing what his political backers want here in the state of Missouri. We can override that. He will succumb to pressure. phone calls and emails to Dean Plocker on these 3 bills, and also the same email to your rep. So please do that literally in the next couple of days. Very important. Like I said, time is of the essence now. We'll be back on Monday night with a live stream. We're not doing one tonight because it is Easter Sunday. So we hope to see you tomorrow night live at 7:30 Central Time. Thank you very much for taking a few minutes, gang. Love you all. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Take care and have a happy Easter. See you, gang.